It's time. We have to talk about something that is so dark and insidious that it strikes fear into the hearts of boomers everywhere. Roblox. Well, and Nerf. Because yes, it was revealed through online retailers that Nerf and Roblox would be making something. We didn't know what it would be. Many people assumed it was blasters because of Nerf, but I had to remind some people that Nerf makes more than just dart blasters. In fact, they make lots of sports toys as well, and Roblox and Nerf could be pretty much anything in that regard. But looks like it was blasters and I was flat out wrong. We've got 7 new things to take a look at that is Roblox-inspired Nerf blasters, and it's not even related to the Nerf Roblox FPS that all of us have been playing, which before we even get anything, apparently Hasbro is making their own Nerf experience in Roblox, so maybe that'll be good? Maybe? I won't hold my breath. These images were posted on Facebook and Instagram, and I found a couple of articles online, one of which was from GameStop that gives a little bit more insight into what we're actually looking at here, so I'm gonna read it and then we're going to discuss it. Hasbro reveals Nerf Roblox blasters. Hasbro's Nerf brand has some brand new blasters coming your way this fall, based on the massively online game Roblox. The company revealed some of the products which you can pre-order later today. Interesting. There are 7 sets coming out, including 3 MICROSHOTs, gotta get them Jolt reskins in, and 1 2-pack for the Nerf blasters. The various blasters are inspired from elements and games from the massive online game, and each blaster comes with a code which you can redeem for in-game rewards. Check them out below. First is the Adopt Me Bees blaster. That's a mouthful. $30. Inspired by Dreamcraft's social roleplay game Adopt Me, this Nerf blaster has an 8-dart drum and comes with 8 darts. It looks like it has honey all over it. Well, it also looks like it's lever action. I don't know why they didn't mention anything about that, and I do love me some lever action. Next is the Jailbreak Armory Blaster 2-pack for $20. Jailbreaks is a Roblox open-world action game created by Bad Demo, where you play as cops and robbers. The set comes with 2 blasters and 10 darts. Roblox has 3 MICROSHOTs for $10 each as well, inspired by various other games. Next is the Large in Charge battery-operated Arsenal Pulse Blaster for $40. It has a removable 10-dart clip, and the blaster comes with 10 darts. The blaster is inspired by Rolv's free-for-all action game Arsenal. Finally, there is the MM2 Shark Seeker for $25, which comes with 3 mega darts. The look of this blaster was inspired by the multiplayer detective game MM2 by Chehalis. Additionally, there's a Roblox Monopoly set available, nobody cares. Oh right, so we got a couple new blasters here, and I'm gonna be straight with ya. I don't know any of these things. I'm a 30-year-old man, and unfortunately, the only thing I've really touched in Roblox is the Nerf FPS, because it's an FPS with Nerf. If I wanted to play literally anything, I have a high-end phone, dozens of game consoles, and of course, a high-end computer to boot, so playing Roblox stuff isn't exactly high up on my priority list, and I apologize, but I do know a lot of you are fans out there, so if any of these are worth checking out, please let me know down in the comments section. And while you're going down there, why don't you hit that like button, and maybe even consider hitting subscribe for more videos like this one directly delivered to your subscription feed. So I guess we gotta cover the 3 MICROSHOTs first, since those are the ones I inevitably have to buy, but absolutely have no attachment to other than the fact that I will collect every single Nerf Jolt, Hasbro. The Phantom Forces Boxy Buster Blaster, the Strussed Boom Strike Blaster, and the Mad City Plasma Ray Blaster, each for $10, and they look, honestly, about what you'd expect. Very simplistic, basically no detail whatsoever, and obviously I've heard of Phantom Forces, and while it might not be my thing, it kind of feels like they did the boy dirty here, because it is definitely worth more than whatever the heck this thing is. That's almost insulting. This is a tactical military team-based shooter that's pretty much like Battlefield ran in the Roblox engine, and that's not a bad thing at all because anybody can play this on virtually any device, which is super cool, and this is what you get for it. This is, from my knowledge, one of the most popular games on Roblox, so I'm really surprised it got a MICROSHOT and that's it. The Boom Strike Blaster looks like something from Overwatch, and then the Mad City Plasma Blaster, the Boom Strike and the Plasma Ray, I mean, if these are really important to you, you really have to let me know, because I'm not seeing anything other than the fact that it's a MICROSHOT. I have to buy it, because that's the fate that Walcom chose. But if you thought those were the only jolts, you might be a little mistaken, because now we also have the Jailbreak set, which includes 2 pistol blasters that are front-loading hammer-primed blasters, which, I mean, sure, why not? This seems like a direct insult compared to something like the Double Strike, which was hammer action 2-shot. That's actually usable. But hammer action single shot doesn't exactly scream efficiency to me, but you do get 2 of them in one set for 20 bucks, so basically 10 bucks each. Not terrible. The value seems okay there, I suppose. And I have absolutely no idea what this game is. I hate for that to be a reoccurring theme, but maybe it's worth me checking out. And the Nerf Roblox MM2 Shark Seeker. This is where things start to get a little bit more interesting because this is a 3-dart Nerf Mega Blaster, which I assume has a smart AR system built into it for $25. Not exactly the best deal ever, but where else are you gonna find something that looks like this? I'm sure somebody likes this design. You simply pull back the large shark fin on the top of the blaster to prime it, push it forward, and then pull the trigger to fire, apparently. And it has a smart AR system, so you can load 3 darts into it, and maybe while that's again not the pinnacle of efficiency, I'm sure somebody will want something that looks like this, and maybe you're a huge fan of the game it's inspired by. Now we're up to the one that was the most interesting for me. However, I'm a little upset because it looks like this. This is an 8-shot cylinder lever action blaster. We don't have a lot of those, and I would be really happy to get my hands on it, except for the fact that it's covered in honey. I mean, normally this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but the entire blaster is this, and that doesn't really seem like something that's very easy to not be this. For $30, it's a bit expensive for an 8-shot, but it is lever action, and that's not something we see all that often in Nerf, which is criminally underrated in my opinion, especially when we're talking about spring power and everything like that. A lever is just mechanically more efficient in priming something than most of the other ways that Nerf has their blasters being primed, and 8 shots is more than enough, so all I can really hope for is that this blaster is reborn in like the Elite line or something sometime in the future. But of all the blasters so far, this may be the one I'm the most interested in. And maybe the most deceptive of all the blasters and the most expensive is the Nerf Roblox pulse laser thing. It looks like a double-barreled something or other, but it does in fact have a magazine. It does take 4 AA batteries, and it does cost $40, and it fires 1 dart out. It's a Strife. It's a Strife reshell that looks like that, which honestly not the worst thing ever. It's hard to gauge the size, but I'm assuming by the price tag and what it actually is, it won't be that big. It won't be too substantial, but I mean, it looks like a double-barreled thing. When I saw the picture originally, I got a little excited, and then I tried to find an article explaining what this blaster did, and my hopes were immediately dashed. But what I should be saying is that actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of detail put into it or anything like that, but I mean, pulse laser, it looks pretty nifty. It looks pretty cool, to be honest, and if the internals are up to snuff and not like Elite 2.0 levels, should be able to take it apart, modify it, make it better. Could be a comparable little blaster if you wanted something that looked like that. So if their most expensive option is only $40 so far, it's pretty good. But I gotta tell you, these aesthetics are really interesting to me. Adopt Me sounds like some kind of pet-related game, and here we have a lever action blaster that's covered in honey. Okay, but the military shooter gets a blocky MICROSHOT, huh? All right. Now, it is pretty cool because, of course, none of these things on Roblox are directly tied to Hasbro. These are all fan creations, or at this point, probably company-orientated creations that somebody made and put out on this platform that everybody can play for free that now has blasters themed after it. That's incredibly cool, in my opinion. This kind of blows the door wide open on what this line is capable of being, and I'm sure there's a bunch of games out there on Roblox that you'd like to see a blaster made from, and I'd love to hear what those actually are. And hopefully in the future, Hasbro does more of these kinds of blasters that are a little bit more interesting. I mean, it's a bee-related lever action blaster. As much as I hate the fact that it's covered in honey and it's based off bees, it is super cool looking, and that's the one I'm the most excited about.
What's this? An overabundance of bees in the workplace? My briefcase full of bees ought to put a stop to that.
Honestly, from like a competitive standpoint or a hobby standpoint, these seem pretty meh. They don't seem exceptionally bad by any means, but they don't seem very good either. And if you're a fan of the aesthetics and you're excited, I'm totally with you on that one, but for somebody who doesn't know what these games are or anything like that, they just look kind of awkward. They don't look like a lot of effort and care was put into them, in my opinion. But it should be noted that you do get a code to get these blasters in Roblox, which could also be used in the individual games in some fashion, which is, I mean, we got that with the new Halo game, even though it's not out yet. There's codes that come with the blasters they can use to get a skin for the online multiplayer, and now they're doing it with Roblox, which makes me wonder where else this could go. It'd be really cool if we could get more like this. I don't remember Overwatch coming with anything like that, and that game literally has loot boxes and skins galore, so it's impressive that Hasbro jumped on this after the major AAA video game tie-in. But of all the games out there that like could get any kind of like Hasbro tie-in, Roblox was pretty much at the bottom of the list. I would expect Minecraft before any of that, and they'd probably be a little bit more appropriate. And hey, while they might not be especially for me or anything like that, I am excited for those of you who are excited to get your hands on these and fling foam in entirely new ways, and also open up the whole ecosystem of Nerf into people who may not really be that experienced in it. Pretty solid move, Hasbro. I'm gonna keep my eye on you. You're doing some weird stuff lately, and I kinda dig it. Just as long as you don't make any more like Elite 2.0 stuff. I still have not forgiven you for the Nerf Elite 2.0 Warden. But that's all I have. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did get all the way to the end, chances are you like this kind of content, and please hit that like button to let YouTube know that you do like this kind of content. Other than that, I hope to see you in an entirely different one.
You gotta